Hello, my fellow limitless HBICs. How you doing on this lovely morning, afternoon, or evening? How are you all, huh? How you been doing? Have you been paying attention to what damn state you're embodying? Have you been working on embodying the state of you having all of your dreams and desires? Have you? Anyway. So before I get started on today's subject, I'm just going to let you know, if you need help figuring out what's going on between you and your manifestation, please feel free to email me at manifestingwithkimberly@gmail.com. I can help you figure out what the hell is in between you and your manifestation and guide you along your journey till you get that manifestation. Yeah, I'll be here. Okay? I'll be here to help you. And you can have a little faith in me, because I've manifested everything I talk about. I've manifested it and I kept it. I have not lost it. I have found the key, the link, the missing skeleton key that's available to each and every one of us. It's not anything special, but I've found it and it's worked and it's working, and it's how my relationship has thrived, yo. Thrived. It's how every other category in my life is thriving with abundance in a wonderful way. Obviously, my favorite category is my relationships, my love relationships, and it is wonderful. And I want you all to have it too, because I know you can. Anyway, so let's dive into it. So this video is, I was asked this the other day, what my opinion on in flipping thoughts. And I'm going to tell you straight from the jump, it's when I stopped flipping every single thought that my life changed forever. And in a major way, major way. I received the largest movement in every category, and it's been a steady flow ever since. I stopped looking at manifestation as something to just get the thing, and realized who I was in the equation and what I'm embodying, who I identify myself as. And very quickly, I realized it's the consistent flipping of every single thought that comes in your mind that not only exhausts you, it frustrates you, and it brings the thoughts right back at you. Right back at you. Like rapid fireballs at your brain. And that's just not healthy in itself. It's not healthy. And it tires you out. It makes you not want to manifest. It also can lead to feeling so hopeless that you give up on manifestation altogether, where in reality, you are unconsciously manifesting at all times. But, oh my Lord, there is nothing more exciting than conscious manifestation. And when those manifestations start flowing in your life, and let me say this, even when the BBLs and the movement starts amping up, and you're realizing what's happening, to be in that present moment and realize all your desires are literally showing up in front of you. It's an amazing fucking feeling that there's not one person on this earth who is in such a hopeless scenario that it cannot work for them too. There's nobody out there that can't manifest. So I know for me, especially, I was such a skeptic in the beginning. I struggled a lot with believing that this was even possible. It felt so damn too good to be true. Too good to be true. And if it was so true, why wasn't everybody doing it? Every probably negative thought you're having, I had too. Hence why I relate and we click. A lot of us click when we interact on my HBIC sides of the house. I've been there. So I know what a lot of you are thinking and struggling with, but I also know a lot of you are still in the stages of flipping your every single thought. Now, at the same time, I'm not telling you to start marinating in shitty thoughts. It's not what I mean. It's the power in the stopping of the flipping that is taking away all the negative energy around your thoughts. I think we all know at this point, and if you don't, everything's energy, including your thoughts. Everything is. And where we put our focus is what we're putting energy into. So it has been so ingrained in us in this community. And I know, because at one time I believed it too, that negative thought, you can't have that. Now it's going to manifest. And anyone that's still teaching from that perspective, I would say either A, hasn't been on the journey long enough, or just unfortunately hasn't evolved to the place where you realize, no, I'm more in charge of what's happening in my 3D than I'm aware of. So I get it. I know it's still being taught here and there, but I promise you, it's not flipping thoughts. It's going to make or break your manifestation. It's realizing how the thoughts that are coming up in your mind, the negative, fearful thoughts, anything that tells you that you're not going to be able to get your manifestation, anything that tells the story of lack to you, the more you realize that they are nothing but products of the state you're in, or you could look at it as products of your old programming that you at one time trusted and believed in and accepted as your truth. Meaning your life experiences have unfortunately got you into a pattern that has like sealed the deal that, no, relationships just don't work out for you. No, long-term relationships are not in your future. The guys or the girls that you hook up with, things are wonderful in the beginning, but they always fizzle out from there. Or, money just doesn't come easy for people like you. Those have been so ingrained in your subconscious. And then because of that, you were manifesting experiences that validated those thoughts. So when you find manifestation and you realize how you were manifesting unconsciously your entire existence, you realize, oh my God, I do remember thinking that way for so long. And, I did get evidence of that thinking. And then comes that fear-based mentality of, I just had a negative thought. Now it's going to create. No. Or better yet, I just got triggered and I reacted. Oh my God, what have I done to my manifestation? Nothing. You've done nothing. It's that fear mongering that has only catapulted the fear of your own thoughts mentality in this community. And I am telling you, when I ditched all that fucking baggage off of my shoulders and I stopped listening to people that were more limited than I was, I just didn't know any better. I thought, well, if they're saying so, it must be true, right? They're the ones making videos. They've got all the experience. What the fuck do I know? Right? And I get that because a lot of us are still in that position, which is why on my channel, I try to get the message out that, guys, it's all bullshit. You're in control of literally everything you experience in your life. You are. So fearing your negative, fearful thoughts, being afraid and concerned that they're going to manifest because you thought it, it is your belief in that keeps perpetuating the evidence of it in your 3D. But when you man or woman the fuck up and realize, no, wait a minute. If you believe in God, I'm the God of my reality. I have God within me. I don't have to be afraid of anything anymore. And if you don't believe in God, insert what you do. Okay? Insert what you do believe in. Higher self, source energy, whatnot. It doesn't matter to me. Like I said before, moonbeams, I don't give a shit. But if that's what you're seeking and striving for, that's who's helping you. Your guides, your spirit guides, your angels. I don't care. That's fine. But you're the it. You're the it of your reality. And these rules and fear-based teaching is what is holding you back. And when you start snatching your power back and realizing the only reason why, when my ego starts chirping and saying things to me that I don't like, for example, when you're manifesting a specific person. If you're manifesting a specific person that you don't know, and by the way, I was asked about this too. Let me just answer this really quick. I had somebody say, can you make a video on for the people that don't have someone specific in mind? They just want new love. Go watch my very first How I Manifested My Specific Person, because my specific person was initially brand new love, a person I didn't even know who existed. I manifested him from not knowing him. Okay. So that's it's like literally my second or third video on my channel. It's old, but it's there. And that's how I manifested my new love. Okay. What you dominantly hear me talk about on this channel is how I manifested him back from 2 solo vacations, because my mind was a hot mess express, you know, and that's back when I was in the fear mongering teachings, with the exception of Sammy Ingram and Amy Illuminating Joy, and even Amanda Create Your Future. But regardless, editing Kim here. If you notice what I was doing, I was naming channels that I was watching back in the day. I had discovered those channels early on. Sammy came a little bit later though, into my journey, but I loved her channel. I still love her channel. So if I didn't name any other creators, it's not because I think that they're fearmongers. I didn't mean it like that. And I don't want it to come off that way, right? Because I know the questions come, yeah, but what about this one? And what about that one? I'm just talking to you about before there were a lot of channels. There was limited people to watch back in the day. That's what I'm talking about, okay? So don't lose your shit. They weren't fear-based. I do not mean them when I speak of fear-mongering. I don't mean those channels in any way, shape, or form. But if you're manifesting new love and you have this fear that you're never going to find it, it's never going to be for you, you're going to be alone forever, and your 3D has been direct evidence of that, right? One failed relationship after another, or things fizzling, like within a week or two, all the things. Honey, my friend, my fellow HBIC, it is the fear. This is why the ego is bringing those up. It's the fear that those things are going to be true for you for your entire existence. So your ego is nothing more than the scared little girl or boy within you who's afraid of a broken heart. It's afraid of being abandoned again, disappointed again, or anything you've ever experienced in the negative. Your ego's so afraid of experiencing again that it's trying to protect you. And listen, those thoughts are nothing more than thoughts that are based on old beliefs, old patterns of thinking. But when they come up in your mind, it is your fear that they're coming in your mind that perpetuates the creating of more evidence of those things. And when we react to our 3D, we are not wrong. We have not failed. We are human beings having a human moment. When your 3D is showing you things that are not favorable to you, to your thinking, to your manifestation, it's the fear of your reactions, the fear of the triggers, the fear of the thoughts that are still controlling you. When you realize that they are just byproducts of an old thought pattern of yours and that do not have the power anymore, they're coming up for you to just allow them in. Because most of us who have been in that fear mongering of flip your thought, better flip your thought or it's going to manifest. Most of us have usually start getting that yucky feeling in your stomach. You get the anxiety, like, oh my God, don't think that, right? We get in that mentality. It is that reaction of yours that keeps perpetuating it. And when you realize, no, honey, let the thought come in. Let it come in. Drop your anxiety around it by realizing you're the God of your reality. You are the all-knowing, the all-power in your reality. And you tell yourself, this is just coming up because of my old thought patterns or an old story. It does not control my outcome for my future. I'm releasing you. I'm allowing you to come in and I'm releasing you. Sometimes it's that moment in itself that releases it and lets you move on. Your past does not dictate your future. Anyone who's ever been through trauma, that trauma does not control your future. And I think that anybody who teaches you from the perspective of you must deal, you must heal, those traumas are going to hold you back. No, that's their limited perspective. It doesn't have to be yours. I promise you, it doesn't. When I released that rule of flipping every thought, my 3D reality changed. I changed. That's when I finally started actually shifting into a newer version of myself that therefore created newer versions of everyone around me for the better. I promise you, whatever it is that you're manifesting, whether it's love, you want that specific person to be head over heels in love with you. You want them to, make you feel safe and secure, that they're going to be with you for the rest of your life. That is attainable. That can be yours. You stop fearing every single thought that comes into your mind and realize those desires are already yours. Nothing can stop them from coming to you. Nothing. That's what changes the game. Allow the thoughts in. Don't chase them off. That is what brings them back with a vengeance. Our ego is not our enemy. And even I've been guilty of demonizing our ego, but it's not our enemy. It's not. It just wants to protect us. It wants to protect us because of previous life experiences and nothing more. It's your old story, your old thought patterns that are bringing these thoughts up. But these thoughts literally have no power if you give no power to them when they arise. It's the chasing the thought off that is fucking with your 3D. It's the chasing and the flipping and the being afraid of them that fucks your reality up. That makes things feel so unattainable, seems like it's forever, seems like there's no movement. It's that in itself. Stop flipping your every thought. It's not an invitation or a free pass to marinate. There are two different meanings here. Allowing the thought to come in, letting it sit, facing it. That's what you're doing. You're facing it by not chasing it off. Allow it to come in. And in that moment, this is nothing more than an old thought pattern. Nothing more than that. It does not control me anymore. It does not control my future. I'm listening to you. I'm listening to you, to the thought. Allow it, because it's going to pass. That's sitting. That's facing. That's allowing. And then there's, oh my God, okay, yep, this thought makes me feel like this isn't going to work for me. I'm afraid of this thought. I'm afraid of this manifesting, and then it leads us to the spiral of it's not working. Law of assumption's not working. Manifestation's not working. That person's not head over heels in love with you. The relationship isn't going to come. I have too much experience of where guys or girls acted the same way as my SP's acting right now, and it did not work out for me. That's not sitting and allowing the thought. That's you spiraling. There's two different ways of handling a thought. You head over to this direction, and anytime a negative thought comes up in your mind, you allow it in and you tell yourself, I don't have to be afraid of you anymore. You're not going to manifest. You're not going to be out in my reality because I'm taking all the control back. It will work. It will. It's no different than exercising your body every day and then the changes of your body start coming in. It's no different. It's the same thing, but you're doing it with this. That's a mental diet. Flipping every fucking thought that comes into your mind is not a mental diet. It is not. It's a fad diet. It's a fad diet that is not sustainable. You want real change? You want real change? Just let the thought come in. It's like intuitive eating. Let the thought come in and realize you don't have to be afraid anymore. I'm telling you, it changed my life. It changed my game, just like states of consciousness did. It can change yours. And I can help you with it if you need me. And on that note, I'll see you tomorrow. Love you all. Stop flipping every thought.